So after 3 years, the pandemic has finally ended. After a long 3 years, man, it's finally over, according to the CDC. So I want to spend in today's video kind of reminiscing and talking about the whole 2020 pandemic and what I've done since that time and kind of just reminisce on those days, if you know what I mean. So let's just dive straight into it. Junior year of high school was where I was at in 2020, and it was right before spring break. And I remember the last day I was like, okay, spring break and then come back to school. I'm gonna enjoy my spring break. So, the last day of school ended. Little did I know it was my final day of school ever. I can't believe it, man. 3 years ago was my last day of school. That's just it's crazy to think about, man. It really is. So after that whole thing going on, I remember even a little bit before that, they were talking about like this whole pandemic and whole like sickness going around. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I could say it on YouTube, the word, so I'm not going to, just to stay on the safe side. So they were talking about it for a little bit, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, whatever. It was all the way in China, so I was like, bro, it's in China. There's no way it gets here. And then I specifically remember it started going up, trending up more and more and more during spring break. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just wild. It was wild. And then out of nowhere, we got the little information how we were gonna miss yet another week of school because of the whole thing going on. I was like, damn, 2 weeks, and I was like kind of hyped, but at the same time, I was like, damn, man, what if we never go back to school? Like legitimately, what if we never go back to school? And then 2 weeks became 3 weeks. And it basically became my last day of school. So everything moved to online. And online school, to be honest with you, is just absolutely ass. Online school was ass. I mean, everybody mostly cheated on it. I'll be the first to say I did cheat on it, because who the hell is going to do online school on PC? And plus, the PCs that they gave us, mine didn't work. It was just absolute dog ass. So I use my main PC, the PC I'm using right now. I use this PC for all my schoolwork and stuff like that. And the schoolwork was really, really easy. It wasn't something like crazy. Like I didn't really cheat on everything, but it was mostly easy, man. Like it was easier than actual schoolwork. So I remember Google Classroom and all that stuff was popping around. Blackboard was popping all around during the end of junior year. And I feel like after April, I feel like they just let us have May off. Like I don't specifically remember doing any finals for any classes for junior year online. So it was just like, okay, whatever, and I feel like they kind of brushed it off until the next year. So basically during that time, summer going into my senior year, peak, like when I talk about it was literally peak pandemic, I was doing a lot of things. I remember The Last Dance, the Jordan documentary came around. And since I'm inside all the time, I started kind of doing some home workouts. It was pretty bad, I won't lie. My home workouts were kind of trash. But hey, man, we did what we did. We had to do what we had to do, staying at home all the time. And with me being at home all the time, I decided to start my first ever YouTube channel, man. And this channel right here isn't my first YouTube channel. Matter of fact, this isn't even my first rodeo on YouTube. But man, my first ever channel, D23 Swervo, that was my name because I was a big G Herbo fan at the time. And I used to make all different types of videos. I was kind of just figuring out the game of YouTube. Figure out what pops, what doesn't pop, what's the algorithm. I used to upload all different types of videos, like Madden videos, 2K videos, even like some vlogs too. So I used to make like those different types of channels. And it was pretty crazy. And just learning how to edit, learning how to do all this stuff, it kind of sparked a passion, man. It kind of sparked my love for YouTube and loving for creating videos. I love creating videos. I love doing this, and without the pandemic, the 2020 pandemic, this would never happen. Probably, like I'm being so serious. Without the 2020 pandemic, I wouldn't be making this YouTube video right now. Matter of fact, I'll probably be, 2023? I probably would be like in college right now, most likely. The pandemic really changed the directory of my life, but I'm also thankful for it because without it, as I said, I wouldn't be doing YouTube videos. But that's besides my point. So after that, obviously with me playing, being at home all the time, I was playing a lot of video games. 2K20 was the game popping at the time, and that game was super, super fun, super, super incredible. I love that game, to be honest. 2K20, that game was really, really fun. And as I said, I was just like grinding out videos and stuff like that. Then just watching a bunch of videos, and that's basically kind of how it was during the 2020 pandemic. And I remember I was working a job too, and the job, like I literally got laid off. I got laid off because I was working at a movie theater, and obviously with the whole pandemic going around, There was legit no one at the movie theaters, no one working at the movie theaters. Literally, like, everything shut down. So obviously, with that being the case, I got laid off. And then a little bit after, like a couple months later, I remember they called me to come back, and I did come back for a little bit, but it was just boring, dreadful, and ass. And plus, all the cool people that used to work there just left. So I was like, God damn it, man. So I just put my 2 weeks in and quit because I told them, I wanted to focus on school because my senior year was going off at the time, and of course I did my entire senior year online, which was absolutely dog shit. Like, the fact that they made us wake up at 7 in the morning in your own house to get on the damn PC and do some work is absolutely criminal. Really, just absolutely dog shit. Like, how are you gonna make us wake up at 7 in the morning? Like, what do you expect us to do during the day that will make us tired enough to wake up for the next day? That was just so stupid. I promise you, everybody was sleep deprived during the time. Even me, I was sleep deprived. There was nights where I go to bed for like 5 hours, like 4 or 5 hours. It was bad. And especially with Black Ops Cold War being out at the time, I used to grind that game a lot too because it was fun. And even during school, like having to join the different Microsoft teams and classrooms and all that shit, I literally was just playing Cold War or playing PS5 because I had a PS5 during that time. I didn't even do most of schoolwork in school because, I just throw the class on the side and I would just play games on the other monitor because I had 2 monitors, you know what I mean? So that's what I used to do, man. In those days, man, they were rough days. I won't lie, they were rough days. Like, looking back at them, like, God damn, those are some pretty rough days. But as senior year went on, man, it was just the same shit every single day. And then this is heading into like 2021. And then I finally graduated. It was like summer of 2021. I finally graduated, and it was pretty nice. Like, I didn't really care for it as much as my parents did, obviously, because it's like, all right, man, I got a piece of paper. Let's just get this shit. Like, I don't really fuck with anybody from school. That was kind of my mindset at the time. I was like, man, I don't really fuck with these people. Just give me my shit and go. That was kind of my whole mindset. But I did walk, and there was literally debates. Like, I remember telling my mom, like, man, I don't really want to walk, to be honest with you. But, I still did. I still walked, and we didn't even get our diploma then. Like, literally, you walked as a little celebration. I still didn't have my graduation at the Cardinal Stadium, which I think was pretty sick. The Arizona Cardinal Stadium. So I got graduated, okay, and even then, you didn't even get your diploma there. You literally had to go back to the school like a couple days, or I think like a week later, to get my actual diploma, which I thought was bullshit. Like, really, that's fucking stupid. But other than that, man, I graduated. And, heading into 2021, I had no job. I was broke. And I was still thinking about YouTube. I really was. Even during that time, I was thinking about YouTube. Like, man, what should I do? This and that. Because my channel was pretty dog shit. I only had like 113 subscribers, I think I remember that time. And it was just like a dog shit channel. Like, I kind of wish I would have stayed with that channel, to be honest with you. But I was young, man. I was obviously like younger, and I didn't really know that much about YouTube and stuff. So I made another channel. And I think I did Call of Duty with that other channel. With me playing a lot of Cold War and stuff, I played a lot of Call of Duty on this other YouTube channel. More specifically, I think the Zombies mode. I did both multiplayer and Zombies for a little bit during 2021. And then I kind of just gave up on that channel because COD is ass now, especially with the release of Vanguard during the time, 2021. That game was just dog shit. So I was like, fuck that shit. And then 2022 came around, and I started working at like this sushi bowl place. And the reason why I worked there is because one of my friends used to work there. And it was a pretty cool job, man. I really liked it. The only bad thing is that you're legitimately working every single day. I was literally working every single day. Like, there was times or weeks where I used to work every day, and I used to work double. So basically, I worked from like 10 o'clock in the morning, or 11 o'clock. Yeah, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, all the way to like 9 o'clock at night. Just long ass shifts. I remember I was like tore down. My legs felt like noodles from walking around all that time, and just working very, very hard. But I did get a good amount of money on the time. And I started working that job, and then I was still kind of working on that Call of Duty channel way. Well, not really, because after me doing Call of Duty, I kind of just quit Call of Duty altogether. I kept those same videos up, but instead I decided to do more like commentary videos like this, but like unedited, where I used to like have the face cam actually back in the day. And that was my other channel, like GoModeDaniel too. That used to be my OG channel, where I used to actually make like commentary and all these different types of videos. So with me doing that until 2020, I'm like, God damn it, man. Like, I looked at my YouTube channel and I was just disappointed. I'm like, man, I could do more. I could do so much better. Like, I kind of started figuring out the algorithm a lot more during 2022. And I was like, God damn it, man. I need to cook up something new. So in the end of 2022, kind of near my birthday, September, near the end of 2022, I created this channel, Go Mode Daniel. And here we are today, man. 200 videos later, 445 subscribers later. I'm super proud of where I came from. And I do think that I will make it on YouTube. Like, it's inevitable. Like, this isn't me sounding cocky. I just know it will happen. There's no way I put this much work and put this much into this YouTube stuff and not for it to work. It's impossible. Like, let's all think about it. If I make over 1,000 videos, I'm guaranteed to have a significant fan base and significant amount of subscribers. Like, it's impossible. So that was kind of my mindset with this YouTube channel, and I was like, you know what, let's just do commentary videos. I love doing commentary videos. Call of Duty kind of dog shit, and I didn't really, I felt like I had to not like put on a character for Call of Duty. I was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna do Call of Duty. I'm not gonna do this and that. I'm strictly gonna be doing commentary videos, and this is where we are now. A couple months later, September, almost a year later. So basically from 2022 to 2023, I kind of quit the job at the Poke place because it was just dog shit. I mean, the hours were dog shit, the pay wasn't that great, and it was just like soul sucking, man. It was bad. Like, it was like the same shit every single day, and it was just horrible. So right now I have no job. I've been just really grinding on this YouTube channel. I plan to get a job very, very soon. I don't plan to go to college. I will drop another video talking about why I'm not going to college or why I decided not to go to college. So I will get a job very, very soon. I have like a good amount of money saved in my bank account, so I'm not really worried about getting a job like so quickly. But I definitely am soon because I'm trying to honestly just progress in my life. You know, just move out and just become a grown-up, man. I'm 20 years old. It's time for me to grow up. I can't be, you know, just slacking anymore. I can't be just gaming all day. I mean, I do game obviously to make videos and shit like that, so I made it kind of part of my business. But I can't just be slacking and shit like that all day. So, you know, I've just been grinding a lot of these videos. I've been going to the gym, and I've just been changing my life a lot. Without the 2020 pandemic, I really wouldn't be where I'm at today, and I really wouldn't have the mindsets that I have today. So I'm very, very thankful for the 2020 pandemic. I know a lot of people think it's like the worst times of their life, but for me personally, it was kind of a good time because I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about just life in general. And with the rise of like a lot of red pill influencers like Andrew Tate and all these other people, I kind of learned a lot from them from the internet. But other than that, man, I just learned more about myself, learned more of like what I wanted to do, and actually set my goals. So I'm very, very thankful for the 2020 pandemic, and the fact that it is finally ending 3 years later, I think is pretty insane. I mean, it kind of basically already ended because you don't really see that much people outside with like masks and shit like that anymore. So I mean, it's basically been ended a while ago, but now, like, it's been official, man, by the CDC that it is over. The 2020 pandemic is officially over, and after 3 years, man, it's finally over. So let me know what you guys did during the 2020 pandemic down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the whole pandemic. Are you glad it's over? Are you excited to finally live more? You know, or are you kind of sad, like, man, I don't really want to go back out there, and I kind of want to just stay home and stuff like that? I don't know, man. Just let me know what you guys think about in the comments. But that was kind of what I did and everything. Well, I'm obviously like the most broad things of what I've done during the 2020 pandemic. Obviously, I've done a lot of other things as well, but that'd be just too long for this video. I mean, it's almost 15 minutes already, so that's gonna be it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys do, make sure you guys, of course, drop a like, subscribe for brand new. It's been Daniel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Later.